Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nextmaster here. Today we're going to be playing some Sonic 2 on the iPad. This is going to be a Tails run done in 20 minutes and 38 seconds. No cheat codes because we don't need those. I'm just going to start. Spin dash and off we go. So, with those spin dashes, I'm pretty much set with a 20. I don't have to worry about a 21, and a 19 is practically impossible. So, I pretty much got 20 locked in again. Loop jump because I want to try and aim for 19, and I missed it. But I knew I was going to miss it anyway. I just tried it. These time bonuses are really long in this game. I think they're like 7 seconds. It's 10 seconds for the results tally if you get 50,000 points. Here's a spin dash. We don't have the air speed cap like you do in the original, so a lot of the stages I basically did some minor reroutes to go around that. We're taking the top route here because it's slightly more consistent than doing this the normal way. And plus it's going to be a little bit faster, and I'll show you that. This boss fight is completely trivial with the invincibility. So I'm going to do a spin dash here and then jump on that slope. I failed it, so I lost the 2 seconds it was going to save. But if I did make it, I would have gotten a 35 and not a 37. Up next is Chemical Plant Zone. I've grinded here a lot. I've lost a lot of runs here. Lost a lot of good runs, in fact, to this stupid zone. That jump is just to quote activate speed cap, and here we don't have to worry about a block cycle because we've got Tails. Tails, I can just fly up there. Got a spin dash and 24. I have gotten a few 23s, but I have never once gotten a 22. So this is a pretty good time for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this level. The previous record time I had was a 22:10, and then before that was a 22:30. Chem Plant 2, this isn't as stupid as any sane person would do because we can just fly onto here. However, if you want to do that optimally, you want to actually fly as low as possible and try and fly in like pixel precise locations. I still haven't gotten it. I don't know what happened there. I missed this spin dash completely, and then I missed this jump. So I lost like 4 seconds here because of some nasty stupidity in the middle of the level. And then I had some random crap happen here where I missed this boss fight and almost died. But luckily I still got the 1 cycle, just barely. So I lost a lot of time here. I was expecting a 40, and it was a 42. I've gotten a 35 here as well, but best I can usually do in a speedrun is a 37. Next up is Aquatic Ruin. I don't do as many spin dashes as any of the pros would in the Genesis version, but I try to mitigate up the slopes. With the speed cap, you can't land on the log, so I don't even try. I messed this jump up because I didn't land on the log. That's the only problem. You have like a 30% chance of messing up that jump if you don't land on the log. Just barely landed on that. Can't clip through there because they made that part solid. But you can still jump through there because that's intended. 28. It's a terrible time, but let's just say I was so sick of resetting here at this point. Aquatic Ruin 2, This level I actually hold the IO world record in with a 41.93. However, my best footage I ever have is a 41.98. But still, that's mainly due to a jump on the last hit and a jump right here, which I missed. And I was so mad because that jump looked clean and I thought I was going to get it. These jumps were pretty bad, and luckily I didn't miss the spin dash here, so I didn't drown. Then I got this jump, and so I basically had to play that arrow out by eye, and so I lost a lot of time here. Lost about 4 seconds. Maybe 6. Yeah, I lost 6 from the arrow jump by eye. And so I got a 49 here instead of a 42. So I lost 7 in this level compared to what I would normally get here. It was quite sad. Casino Night Zone, I've lost a lot of good runs to this stupid level. You may look at this and be like, this is the easiest level. But a lot of the stuff here, especially for Sonic, it's very hard to pull off all this stuff. You wouldn't believe all of the stuff that I had to do to pull this off. And it's very precise. I don't even do top route because it's too freaking precise for me. But let's just say that this 31 was very strong. I've not gotten a low 30 in this level in a very long time. My best I've ever done is a 29. But it's very hard. I got a notification here from Twitch. Whatever. I don't live stream my attempts. I got bumped by that enemy because I didn't do a bounce jump. But anyway, I just barely missed that, and I was kind of mad about it, but I usually take the bottom route about 30% of the time, so I still know this. There's a way to clip through the bumper, and there's a way to clip in there, and I've seen it happen, but it is very hard to do, and I attempted it, but it didn't work. Can't clip through these bumpers, although the alignment there would have allowed me to clip. I only got 2 hits there, and I was a little bit flustered with the 2 hits, so I had to basically route all of my boss maneuvering around the 2 hits instead of 3, which is what I usually would do. But this level was still very good. 1 minute 8. I got the edge capsule trick, which saved me about a second. Next up, Hilltop. I used to do an old route that used the Sonic route, but then I looked at some footage of Knuckles in Sonic 2, and I decided to use the route, and it ended up being about 1.5 seconds faster to do this route here. So I fly up to the top. I messed this up, though. Lost about 2 to 3 seconds, about 1.5 seconds there from some really stupid stuff. I don't know what I was doing. I should have just flown up. The zip there is impossible. They fixed that bug with the collision with lava, which also means that the Metro 2 skip doesn't work either, because lava is now completely solid all the way through. I got a really bad flight mechanic there. I usually don't get that bad of flight for that, and so I flew all the way to the left and fell down that pit. I tried going for this, and it actually ended up working, which meant I saved a few seconds. Let that be a lesson to you. You don't need elemental shields to get through that lava without getting hurt. Even then, it only wastes 1.5 seconds or so. It's not that big of a deal. But 54 is pretty bad. Hilltop 2. I messed that up and tried flying. It didn't even work. But at least I did get this and that, so it wasn't so bad. but I couldn't go for the early cycle. Don't need a lightning shield because we're not Sonic. Flew up here, and then I missed this jump, which isn't even 1 frame. It's not even 3. It's like 8, and I still missed it. So I lost 4 seconds there. But then I flew through that and saved a little bit more time. And I got on that, and then I just fell off because my jump input wouldn't execute properly. So here's the first of 2 boss skips. The next boss skip is in Oil Ocean, which is right after this next zone. Both of the bosses have something in common, and both bosses load from the bottom instead of from the side or from the top. And so I have this theory that this is why the boss skips in these zones work and not in any other level. Mystic Cave Zone 1 is up next, and this was by far the most beautifully executed level in the entire run. I did lose probably about a second there, and there were some minor errors, but this was the best I've ever executed this level in a long time. So as you can tell, the opening bridges and the springs have hitboxes, so I had to route around that when I started playing this game, and it was kind of fun doing that. This was my first ever sub 40 on the level. I had a few 45s, then a 42, then a 41, then a 40, and now 38. So this was a very nice surprise to see this one. Mystic Cave Zone 2 was kind of an level. It starts off okay. There are some minor hiccups, like right there I hit the wall a few times. Get hit by the spikes, which seems to be very common when I'm doing the spin dash strats. I got a really slow fly up to there. The middle of the level went very well here. Didn't get hit by anything, didn't get crushed by anything. And then I tried doing the safe strats for the boss and just completely failed. I have no clue where to stand. And I've looked up the knowledge base on SDA, and those strats work, but only about like 60% of the time, so it doesn't really always work. 50 is okay. It wasn't what I was hoping for. I was on pace for a 47, which would have been a really good time for me. Oil Ocean Zone 1, this level, as put by Worcester in AGDQ 2015, is one of the most punishing levels in this game. My last 2210 run actually died trying to do this level, and it's all because of those stupid jumps. Those jumps look easy, but that's because of literally weeks of practice on those levels. It is very hard to get those jumps under, and it makes it even more difficult when you can't spin dash under the pillars, and you can't spin dash in the oil, because that was fixed. But overall, this level went very well. 44. It's okay. I was hoping for a low 40, like a little bit lower, but this is fine enough. Oil Ocean Zone 2, the supersonic glitch here, doesn't work. Where you can move twice as fast and jump twice as high. So I basically used the glitchless route for this. However, a few things, because of no speed cap, mean I have to do this slightly differently. I missed the jump up here, so I lost a few seconds. Then missed this because of some random stuff there. And then I got hit by that for no apparent reason other than the game just wanted to troll me. So I got trolled mid-level, and so I was kind of mad about that. Started flying up here. I really don't know where the precise location is where I can, like, stop flying, but I made a guess, and a 54 is pretty good. Missed the capsule. It would have been a 53 if I didn't miss the capsule, though. Metropolis Zone is one of the hardest zones in the game, especially since you don't have the bolt clips, the zips, and the level wraps to do this level fast. So basically, a lot of this is basic trial and error, or you look up a route online. I got a really, really bad start to Metropolis 1. I lost 8 seconds here for no reason because I was just playing it ultra safe. I have to jump on those and not just simply walk to them, because if I were to walk to them, it would create a wall because, again, those things have hitboxes. Try to do that, and when you roll, you basically lock all your momentum in one direction, and I forgot that because of that, you basically have no momentum that can carry you left. So I couldn't do that roll on that slope. So up here, I tried doing a few flying strats here, and it worked, but it was kind of slow, as you can see. I was trying to avoid pretty much every single enemy here. Jump there. I knew I would have made the jump, but I didn't think I would at the time, so I decided to fly for no apparent reason. I don't know how to do the end of this level. I went up here instead, which wastes about a second and a half, I think. So I got a 131, which is pretty bad. I've gotten a low 120 here before. Another notification. Just ignore it. Metro 2. So, can't level rep here, so we're doing this level completely legit. So you get to see this level in all of its unfiltered glory. Oh boy. I almost missed this jump up here, then realized that Tails could fly, so saved the level here. Missed the spin dash there. I've gotten it about 80% of the time. This is the most stupid fly up. It looks slow, it feels slow, but it saves 3 seconds. I have no clue why. So we do is stop and spin dash up the ramp so I don't have to deal with any switches. And then we get to this part of the level. I had to deal with the slicer first. Fly up to here, and the level's done. 1 minute 24. Not the best I've done, but it was okay. Metropolis 3 is up, and this level is very long. Let's just say it's near 3 minutes, and it's very hard. So I take the traditional Sonic glitchless route because I don't use lightning shields. So this is a new route that I found. I messed it up though. It's very precise, and it only saves like 3 to 4 seconds if you're really good. But it's just to avoid having to go up that. There's really no other reason. Then I missed landing on that for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what happened there. Seriously, I don't know why I didn't get carried up by the ramp like every other time I've done this level. So this level had some random hiccups that really are unexplainable by me. There were a lot of mistakes in the level, but somehow I still managed to get a time that was passable for this level. Like, barely passable. So I took inspiration from a stanski route here and did that jump. Looks cool, but otherwise it's really nothing. So Tails can't fly up this in one go. So what I have to do is ride this up about half the way, deal with an enemy on that way, and then fly up. So I have to deal with that, then fly up. And I do the same thing here, just fly right up. Flying up, it looks slower than going up the bolts, but it actually saves a couple seconds because you don't have to walk up the bolts. So this boss in my previous record, 2230, that I have on YouTube, I died to the boss because I lost rings. Because seriously, if you lose rings, there's no way to really do this boss efficiently. So you can see me frequently trying to go to the side of the screen where the one ring left is before hitting any of the others, so that at least I have a ring to do this fight. Even though I really didn't need the ring for that. 241, it's barely passable. It would have been a 240, but I missed the capsule. Seriously, why? Next zone, Sky Chase. It's 2 minutes and 10 seconds of just pure auto-scrolling. In a Sonic game! Well, there goes the need for speed. And I'm also quite notorious for dying like about a minute 40 in the level because I get hit, and then I lose all my rings, and then I have no rings to deal with one of the flying enemies that kind of just nukes you off screen. So I'm just going to be fiddling around here for about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. There's a way at the end of the level you get a 207 with a really neat spin dash, and you don't even have to jump, and it saves like 1 frame. I've only gotten it 3 times out of all of my speedruns. This got a 208, which is pretty standard. The 2 seconds I saved in Emerald Hill are wasted here. So, sorry I don't have the game audio for this. My screen recorder doesn't capture the game audio for some reason. But this is the part of the level that really matters. The rest of it's just for show. So you can see I started off with the original strat, which is where you basically just walk at the screen. Then I stood a little bit further back and tried a spin dash, only to have it fail. If I had released it just 2 frames later, it would have worked. So the spin dash is incredibly precise. So fly up here, get this shield, then only to lose it. This uses the older route. I didn't know about a route at the start until I saw a run in 21 minutes 37 by the current the world record holder for the Sonic category. So jumped up here, and then I missed this jump somehow. I was pressing the jump button, but apparently my iPad didn't take it. So I have to stand in a specific spot for this boss, and it's essentially like doing this boss with the slope glitch in the original. You basically just stand and hit him in his hitbox. It's very trivial. This one and the Emerald Hill boss are like the most trivial boss fights in the entire game. The good news is you won't have to see me die in Death Egg Zone. Unlike in the 2210, which I did not upload because it was such a horrendous run. Another 45-second cutscene approximately. And then we head up to Death Egg Zone. Death Egg Zone, the bane of a casual player's existence, and it used to be the killer of all of my speedruns. I learned a new boss strat, but still, this isn't too good. So, here's Death Egg Zone. So you couldn't see Silver Sonic flashing, but I did hit him 4 times. I use sound cues for the spin dashes there. And also this is a visual cue when I see this door open. Well, I do it slightly before, but when that door opens, you just release your spin dash and you just go right through both doors. 1, 2. So I'm just doing the hits on I'm doing the safe strat from the back. This is a really hard boss fight. So I will tell you that I have 9 hits on the boss. So now I just have 3 left, which I can easily do in this cycle. For no apparent reason, because I didn't think I would be able to get this 3rd hit in, I rushed to the other side of the screen and then did this. So this, instead of being a 55, it's a 57. But other than that, this was a good run. In my actual commentary of the run, which is now lost to history, I screamed world record after this because it was such a good run and I felt like it deserved the press to actually be uploaded to the leaderboards. There are some minor improvements I see to make, notably 2 seconds in Emerald Hill, a few more seconds in Chemical Plant, a better Aquatic Ruin, which could save me about 10 seconds. And I would definitely say that sub 20 is very possible. I might grind a little bit later, but I don't feel like grinding out a sub 20 and saving those 40 seconds just to show it to you guys. This run is good enough. So, peace out, see you later.